Hare Krishna. Those who can keep your camera on, please keep so that we all can see each other possible. Okay, we'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nashtaprayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramanandhamadhavam Chaitanyamishwaram Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya, Bhatale Srimati Jaya Pataka Swamiti Nama Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Padayani, Gaura Kata Damadaya, Nagara Gramatarani. Hare Krishna devotees, thank you for joining Bhagavatam study after a long time, long, wonderful 7 days Ramakatha. Just wanted to tell you one thing. All maybe now we have a different Zoom ID. Like for example, morning Japa one ID, Kannada one ID, and of course Tulu different, Bhagavatam one ID. So planning to put everything the same ID. So morning Japa also the same ID, and evening Bhagavatam also same ID, so that no confusion. Or Kannada also same ID. Now, just for example, I tried to join Kannada ID without knowing, and I said nobody is there. What happened? Then I forgot that no, it's a different ID. So I'll make everything in one ID, one password, so that becomes easy for.
Yes, Prabhuji, it will be very easy.
So otherwise, a lot of confusion will be there. So anyway, we are from Tulu community. We got one license. Those who know from Tulu Marble Shitty, he has kind of given us a licensed version. So we should thank him for giving that. So with that, we will use that now. So maybe tomorrow I'll try to make that. Please remind me to announce at the last also. So anyway, once it's done, I'll communicate, but everybody can be aware of that. Okay, so we'll continue. I think 29 sloka today. Which one is that? Correct?
30th, Prabhuji, 30th.
30, huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
29th done, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji, done. Archana Mataji or Hanshika Mataji. I think Hanshika Mataji is not there. Archana Mataji might read.
Okay, please go ahead, read. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
You want me to read the shloka, Mataji, or you'll read? Yeah, fine. I'll read the shloka. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ततश्च मानवाकाले विजिरेरस्योपरे पितरो विबुद्धदैत्याः मनुष्यक्रतुभिर्विभुम्. Now you go ahead, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Translation and purpose by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thereafter, the Manus, the fathers of mankind, the great sages, the forefathers, the learned scholars, the Daityas, and mankind performed sacrifices meant to please the Supreme Lord. Purport: the Daitas are devotees of the demigods because they want to derive the greatest possible material facilities from them. The devotees of the Lord are eknishta, or absolutely attached to the devotional service of the Lord. Therefore, they have practically no time to seek the benefits of material facilities. Because of their realization of the spiritual identity, they are more concerned with the spiritual in emancipation,
Inaspiciation.
emancipation
Inaspiciation.
then with the material comforts. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So Brahmaji is further talking here is, yes, in the previous verses he's mentioned the different creation, different sacrifices he has created. Of course, all the ingredients he has created for the pleasure of the Lord, for a sacrifice. Now he says that thereafter the Manus, the forefather or the original personality of Manusha is Manu. We call ourselves Manusha today because we are descendant of Manu. So mankind and other great sages, the forefathers, the scholars, Daityas, it's called the great devotees here, and mankind perform sacrifice meant to please the Supreme Lord. Now, here two aspects we can discuss. One, the Manusha. We are so fortunate that we got human body. Durlabha Manava Janma. He says that, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, even Prahlad Maharaj says that Durlabha Manusha says, Kamara Acharite Prajno, in that he says, Manusha Janma is so Durlabha. And we are all coming from Manu, the great personality. And we are so fortunate today we got this Manusha Janma, the body of a human being, which is so precious and so rare. Generally, after 84 lakhs, the last we get the Manusha Janma. And with this Manusha Janma only we can do perform bhakti. No other species, generally, of course, some exceptions are there. Like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the Jharkhand forest, he made elephant, tigers, lions to dance. They sang. There's a possibilities, but there's exceptions. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, there was Shivananda Sen. Along with the Shivananda Sen, when Mayapur to Jagannath Puri, along with him there is a dog came. The dog is so obedient that he was coming all the way. To the extent Shivananda Sen was so, taking care of the dog also. To the extent, while crossing the river, the boatman collected money for the dog also. Shivananda Sen paid for it, for the dog. And that dog, on the way after crossing the river, lost. So Shivananda Sen so sad. I bought this dog all the way to Jagannath Puri, but finally lost. So Shivananda Sen is so upset, and he comes to finally Jagannath Puri. He saw Shivananda Sen so wonderful activity. Mahaprabhu throwing the coconut pulp, and this dog is nicely eating. They were searching all the way, but dog directly came to Mahaprabhu. And he got the Mahaprasada from the hands of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And of course, that dog is delivered. But these are all exceptions. But we are all human beings. Human is so fortunate. And we are full of intelligence. We are called Sumedha, means highly intelligent compared to other living entities. Our consciousness grown up. So because of that, we should become ekanishta. Prabhupada says that we should develop that ekanishta, means absolutely attached to devotional service. That is the duty of the human being. Atato Brahma Jnasa. Like now, at least we got this human body, we should ask questions. Who I am, what I am doing here, why I am come here, where from I came, where I'm going. These are the basic questions I should ask. Because otherwise, what is the use of this human body? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithuna. These four things animal also does. Then what is the difference between human and animal? Dharma hi hesha vishesha. The Vishesha for human is dharma, which only human can do, no animals. So that's why Prabhupada says that such devotees should be ekanistha. Ekan is absolute nistha. We should have full nistha towards the Lord. That is a kind of a development we should develop. That's our target. So we are being a human body, and so fortunate that we have got ISKCON, we got Srila Prabhupada's movement, and we got such a wonderful devotees and Srila Prabhupada's books, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and Mahamantra, and of course a wonderful temple. So we should take complete advantage of this and make this human body successful, so that we don't go back again the punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. That cycle, we don't want to go back. We want to get out of this material world. As Prabhupada say, go back home, back to Godhead. That should be our target. For that, the process is given very simple. Prabhupada is always give 2 years sadhana. Sadhana, especially chant 16 rounds attentively, follow 4 regular principles, and help in distributing this to others, like book distribution or preaching or prasad distribution, whatever possible. Do that as much as possible. With that help, we can also go back home, make and make our human body successful. Okay, we'll read the next slokas. 31. 31 allocated to whom?
Mariappan Prabhu or Uma Shankar Prabhu. Wait, I'll just check if
Mariappan Prabhu is there.
Yeah, I can read.
Yeah, please.
Should I read the shloka, Prabhuji, or you'll read?
Please, Mataji.
Yeah, okay. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayane Bhagavati Tad Idam Vishwam Ahitam Grihita Mayoro Gunaha Sargadva Agunah Swataha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please go on, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ke Jai.
Right.
Translation. All the material manifestations of the universes are therefore situated in his powerful material energies, which he accepts self-sufficiently, although he is eternally without affinity for the material modes. Purport. The question put by Narada before Brahma concerning the sustenance of the material creation is thus answered. Material actions and reactions, as the material scientist can superficially observe, are not basically ultimate truth in regard to creation, maintenance, and destruction. The material energy is a potency of the Lord, which is displayed in time, accepting the 3 qualities of goodness, passion, and ignorance in the forms of Vishnu's, Brahma, and Shiva. The material energy thus works under the supreme spell of his lordship, although he is always transcendental to all such material activities. A rich man constructs a big house by spending his energy in the shape of resources, and similarly, he destroys a big house by his resources. But the maintenance is always under his personal care. The Lord is the richest of the rich because he is always fully complete in 6 opulences. Therefore, he is not required to do anything personally, but everything in the material world is carried out by his wishes and direction. Therefore, the entire material manifestation is situated in Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The impersonal conception of the Supreme Truth is due to lack of knowledge only, and this fact is clearly explained by Brahmaji, who is supposed to be the creator of the universal affairs. Brahmaji is the highest authority in the Vedic wisdom, and his assertion in this connection is therefore the supreme information. Hare Krishna,
Right.
Prabhuji.
So further, Brahmaji is saying, Although material manifestations of the universe are therefore situated in his powerful material energy. So Brahmaji is confirming this. His material energy is powerful. And Supreme Lord himself says that, 7th chapter, I think 14th verse, Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya Durathaya. He says, my energy, which is Durga or Maya, is more powerful. They are my energy. And he says, you cannot control them. But if you surrender to me, they will also support you. So that's what here Brahmaji also saying. The material energy of the Supreme Lord is so powerful, and which he accepts, who Supreme Lord Narayana accepts self-sufficiently, although he is eternally without affinity to the material modes. Even though it's created by him, maintained by him, destroyed by him, but he is not affected by them. He is beyond that. So that is he is aloof. That is the point. Prabhupada in the purport says that the questions put by Narada, so how the material creation happens, for that Brahmaji is answering here. Brahmaji is saying this, Prabhupada says, material actions and reactions as the material scientists can superficially observe are not basically ultimate truth regarding creation, maintenance, and destructions. So there is a famous theory, Big Bang theory, says that the creation happened just like that. Some blast happened, beautiful garden came, beautiful buildings came from the destruction. Now those scientists, let them go to Israel or Iran and go and see. That's correct, no? Wherever the big bombing happened, beautiful garden has come, beautiful building has come of the blast. Correct, no? Is that possible? No, that scientists are saying this because of the Big Bang theory. No, it's not possible. His creation happens under the supervision of Supreme Lord. Devi Esha Gunamaya. He says Mama Maya. So under the same energy, he says that Bhagavad Gita Krishna also says Maya Dekshena. So the Sachara Charam he says everything creation happens under my direction. Maya Adhyakshena, under my direction. So he is the one creator, and he is the one maintainer, and he is the one destroyer also. But for each one, he has given a time. Brahmaji has got time. Each yuga has got time cycle. Like Kali Yuga has 4,32,000 years. Dwapara Yuga 8,64,000 years. Treta Yuga 1,200,000 something, and Satya Yuga four times of Kali Yuga. So timeline is given. Everything is perfect. Now, if you see that, how the solar eclipse happens, lunar eclipse happens, how the sun moves, or the moon moves, everything is calculated. Everything is perfect. There is no calculation error. That's how Supreme Lord does. In our calculation, scientist calculation, they try to release some machines to the space, and it fails. It comes back, but there is no failure in Supreme Lord. So that's why he says there is for everything there is a energy. Like for example, for creation, maintenance, and destruction, also there is a Supreme Lord's expansions, so Gunavataras, Vishnu, Brahma, and Mahesha, Shiva. Lord Brahma is a creator. He is a secondary creator. After Krishna, he is a secondary creator. Brahma creates, and Lord Shiva destroys, and between Lord Vishnu maintains. So in that case also, the different modes are taken. Brahmaji takes the mode of passion, because creation means requires a passion. Destruction is generally in the mode of ignorance. Doesn't mean that Lord Shiva is in ignorance. I mean, we should not misunderstand that. Lord Shiva is not in ignorance. Lord Brahma is not in passion. Brahma takes a position for that particular, activity. Lord Shiva takes a position for that particular activity for the service of the Supreme Lord. Doesn't mean that he is in ignorance. He is Vaishnavana Ata Shambhu. He is the greatest Vaishnava. Is always in 100% transcendent, and maintenance done by Vishnu. So this is how the creation and maintenance and destruction happens. It is not out of fluke. Some big bang happened. No, there is a proper calculation, proper system is put. That's how the Supreme Lord creation happens. Prabhupada gives a nice example here. A rich man, powerful person, may ask somebody to construct a house, he will give a contract to some builders. They will do that. And suppose after some years he doesn't want that house, he want to construct another, you will give another contract, demolish that. But for maintenance, he will stay there. He will supervise. Okay, this house to be like this, you have to clean like this. He will maintain himself. That's how the Supreme Lord Vishnu has comes. Here also Prabhupada says that, Lord is always in full in all the opulences, whether Aishwarya or the Saundarya or the Bhala or, all the shadow Aishwarya, renunciation, everything, he is 100%. We may also have a little, opulences. I may have little strength. I may have little knowledge. I may have little, beauty. I may have little renunciation, because we are jivas, part and parcel of Krishna, but we are not in a quantity. Prabhupada always gives example like the drop of ocean from the ocean also got the qualities of ocean water, but quantity is different. He is Supreme Lord is like ocean. We are like that small drop. So Prabhupada also talks about here the impersonal conception. Supreme Lord is a person, he is not impersonal. He is like, just an example given, like we have a body, our father had a body, great grandfather had a body, and if you go like this, why not the original father doesn't have body? He is the Supreme Lord, he is the origin of everything. Why he doesn't have body? I mean, what logic is that? How can it be impersonal? So that's why Prabhupada says impersonal conception is less intelligent or lack of knowledge. So where the knowledge comes? Knowledge comes from the Shastras, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, or Upanishads, Puranas. These are the scriptures gives the knowledge. We should read them, understand, practice in our life. So that's why Shastra is given. Shastras are given for us to understand the position of the Lord, so that we can worship Him, that, understanding. Okay, we'll read one more possible. 32. Whom is allocated to?
Kanchana Mataji.
Are you reading Shloka, Shruti Mataji?
If you want to read, you read, Mataji. You want me to read?
Don't outsource everything to Shruti Mataji.
सृजामि तन्नियुक्तोऽहं हरो हरति तत्वशः विश्वं पुरुषरूपेण परिपाति त्रिशक्तिदृक्. Hare Krishna. Translation: By his will I create. Lord Shiva destroys, and he himself, in his eternal form as the personality of Godhead, maintains everything. He is the powerful controller of these three energies. Purport: The conception of one without a second is clearly confirmed here. The one is Lord Vasudeva, and only by his different energies and expansions are different manifestations, both in the material and in the spiritual worlds, maintained. In the material world also, Lord Vasudeva is everything, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita, verse 7.19. Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. Everything is Vasudeva only. In this Vedic hymn also the same Vasudeva is held to be supreme. It said in the Vedas, Vasudevat Paro Brahman Na Chanyo Rutosti Tatvatah. In fact, there is no greater truth than Vasudeva. And Lord Krishna affirms the same truth in the Bhagavad Gita, verse 7.7. Matta Parataram Nanyate. There is nothing above me, Lord Krishna. So the conception of oneness as overly stressed by the impersonalist is also accepted by the personalist devotee of the Lord. The difference is that the impersonalist denies personality in the ultimate issue, whereas the devotee gives more importance to the personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam explains this truth in the verse under discussion. Lord Vasudeva is one without a second, but because he is all powerful, he can expand himself as well as display his omnipotencies. The Lord is described here as omnipotent by three energies, three Shakti Trik. So primarily his three energies are internal, marginal and external. This external energy is also displayed in the three modes of goodness, passion and ignorance. Similarly, the internal potency is also displayed in the three spiritual mode, Samvit, Sandhini, Ladini. The marginal potency or living entities are never equal to the Lord. The Lord is Nirasta Thamya Atisaya. In other words, no one is greater than or equal to the Supreme Lord. So the living entities, including even such great personalities as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are all subordinate to the Lord. In the material world also, in his external form of Vishnu, he maintains and controls all the affairs of the demigods, including Brahma and Shiva. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. So further, Brahmaji saying that by his will, I will create, Lord Shiva destroys, and he himself in his eternal form of personal God maintains. So the first point I need to understand by his will. Everything happens under the will of Narayana, with Krishna. Nothing happens without his consent. That's the first thing. Brahmaji confirming that. His will, I create, Brahma creates, Lord Shiva destroys, and he himself maintains. That is the understanding. And he is the powerful controller of the three energies. What are three energies talking about? Internal energy, external energy, and marginal energy. Internal energy is manifestation of Srimati Radharani and other, this internal energy. Durga is external energy, the Maya Devi. And internal energy, sorry, marginal energy is a Jiva. Jiva also called marginal energies. Marginal means they have option to get out or get in. Just give an example. When we are in the shore of river, we have an opportunity to get into the water or come out. We are in a margin. So that's why three energies are talked about. Prabhupada talks about that person who understands Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So Prabhupada quoting from 7.19, Bahunam Janma, yes, correct, no, I think, yeah, 7.19, Bahuna Janmana Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyante Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. Bahunam Janmana Ante means to understand Krishna is the supreme, Vasudeva's son, Vasudeva. Vasudeva's son, Vasudeva Sarvamiti. He is Sarva, he is everything. To understand that Mahuna Janmanante, after many, many births, many births, like we don't know how many births we took, how many knowledge we got from the previous janma, and jnanaman ma prapadyante. So ma, he says him, to understand that Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samhatma Sudurlabha. So we are such a rare species, I mean, of course not species, we are such as rare souls who understood, or we are trying to understand Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So such a person, but Prabhupada also talks from 7.7. Na anyat parataram in 7.7. Yes, he says, Matha parathara nanyat kinchid asti jananjaya mai sarvam idam potam sutraganim gana iva. The conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as a pearls are strung in the thread. He gives a nice example. Like when we make a garland or, anything mala, there is a string or there is a thread, but it's not visible. Only a flower or the other material is visible. It's like that, Krishna saying that I'm like that thread. I'm there behind. I'm the one controlling, because if thread is cut, everything is gone. Your flower will not stay there. Your pearls will not stay there. Similarly, he is that behind everything. He said, there is nothing without me. So that's the point he is confirming here. Prabhupada also quotes from Bhagavad Gita here. Yeah. And finally, Prabhupada saying that Brahma, Lord Shiva, and all subordinate to Krishna. They are all work under the guidance of Lord Krishna. So that's why Brahmaji is saying, I, by his will, create, and Lord Shiva destroys by his will whenever it instructs. So that is how Prabhupada also talks about the three, the spiritual modes, Samvit, Sandhini, Haldini. So the end of the day, as a practicing devotees, we need to understand that Supreme Lord Krishna is the source of everything. Everything happens under the direction. We simply have to accept this fact and make this human life successful in this lifetime itself. Let's not take one more chance. Let's not take one more janma. We make this human life successful, go back home, back to Godhead. Just simply chant the holy name and follow for a principle and try to understand from Srimad Bhagavatam Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Devotees can share their comments if any. Maybe start with Asha Mataji.
I have one question, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
You said that the person who understands that Krishna is the supreme and he is everything, this happens after many, many births. Now, see, if I don't understand this in this birth, it is not guaranteed that I will take a human birth again, right?
No. See, in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says that different levels they get, those who are taken up bhakti, at least they will get human body. That is kind of a guaranteed.
But not
And
all human beings. It's not guaranteed that all human beings will take human birth again.
no, because again, the next life depend on, and at the end of the life, what you remember. It says, Antakalecha mameka smarmukto kalevara. So that I'm a living body, if I'm thinking my pet dog, I maybe take the pet dog in that house. Or if I'm thinking eating meat, I may take bird. And karma also. My thinking and my karma during the life. That decides my next life. That's why Prabhupada says those who are taken up bhakti, and at least there's a possibility that they get a human body.
And maybe in a devotee family.
No, the taken up bhakti, at least possibility that they will take up a human body. Now, those taken bhakti, and at the time of death, they could not remember Lord. They could not go back. They may take birth in a devotee family, aristocrat family, so that get better opportunity to remember and go back in next life. And those who remember, they will go back in the same life. Those who miss the chance, they'll get a immediately next chance, so that go back. So that's how the happens. Of course, there are so many, laws, rules and regulations are there, which we don't know. Who will get what body, we have no control. But Prabhupada has given us guarantee that if you take up Krishna consciousness, chant 16 rounds, follow for regular principles, then every possibility that you will remember, because we'll keep chanting the holy name. And if you're chanting the holy name, definitely Vishnudutas come. Vishnuduta comes means they cannot take us to hell. They will have to take back to Vaikuntha only. So that's a better chance. So that's why always be in the association devotees. Because when association devotees, even if I forget, they will make me to remember. They will tell me, please chant, please chant. So that at least I'll remember. There's every possibility that I will remember Krishna at the time. So the bottom line is that always be associated devotees and always remember Krishna, always chant the holy name. So that will help us to go back home, back to God. Hope that answers, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
My takeaway today is by His will, everything happens at the will of the Supreme only. And we have to understand Krishna is the Supreme. He is the controller of all three energies like external, internal, and the marginal energy. And I have to use this human body which I got, which is very rare, in the service of the Supreme. That's my takeaway, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you for the
Hare
class.
Krishna. Well, so yeah, Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Text 30, Manu is the original mankind, performed sacrifices meant to please the Supreme Lord. Only we human beings can perform devotional services. Exceptionals may be in animals and creatures. Wherever human beings are highly intelligent, whereas human beings are highly intelligent to understand and preach and practice devotional services. He is Ekanishta, fully focused on Supreme Lord, and every human being must take complete advantage and practice the devotional services to go back home, back to Godhead. And my Supreme Lord's energy is affected through Durga Devi, is highly powerful, can be get along, one can get along only when Jiva surrendered to Supreme Lord. And each yuga is having prescribed timeline. All calculations are perfect for designing this universe. And Brahma, secondary creator, Lord Shiva distracts, and Vishnu is the maintainer. Nothing functions by chance or imagination, falsely expressed by modern scientists. Supreme Lord uh, is a ocean, and jivas are like a drop of water in the sea. Knowledge is provided by the spiritual literatures. We must read, listen, and put in practice. And by the will of Narayana, Supreme Lord, Brahma creates. And there are three energies: internal energy, external energy, and marginal energy. Internal energy is Radharani, and external energy is Durga Devi, and marginal energy is Jivas. And everything depends on Supreme Lord, like pearls in a garland. Thread is not visible. Likewise, Supreme Lord is source of everything, and we must simply accept His supremacy, practice devotional services sincerely, and especially chanting of Mahamantra focused on Supreme Lord. Go back home, back to Godhead. That much I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Reena Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Mataji.
So the Manusya Janma that we have got is so durlabha. The body of the human life that we perform, we get a chance to perform bhakti. And the human is so fortunate that we get the chance to do the Ekanista Bhakti. The Ekanista Bhakti is towards the Lord, and we are like the true devotees, those who can perform the bhakti through the various services that we that we provide for the Supreme Lord. And this also helps us in terms of surrendering to the Lord Shri Krishna. And this material energy has his own power that he has created. He has created the creator Lord Brahma, the maintainer Lord Vishnu, and the destructor Lord Shiva. And Brahma has created things out of the passion, but this has also been taken position by Lord, the Supreme Lord himself. And destructor Lord Shiva is because of the has also taken position as the ignorance, but Lord is full of is the one who has been giving these directions to the other the creator and the destructor. Based on his instructions, everything runs. So he has distributed it to for between these three deities in terms of who will perform what, but everything happens with his own will. It has its internal Sakti and external Sakti, and Lord Vasudeva is the absolute truth whose energies expand in terms of all his power, and he controls the entire world. So the beautiful example that you gave is about the garland. Like we could see the thread which is connecting the garland, but the thread is like the unseen force, the power which actually holds the everything. So if it is cut, everything gets disrupted. So the bottom line of the learning is simply accept the fact that Lord Sri Krishna is the absolute truth and the supreme Lord, and without which there's nothing. And we are fortunate to be getting this life of being able to pray Lord Sri Krishna, and that's the only way to reach to the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for
Krishna.
the class.
Kanchana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Lord Krishna is the source of all manifestations. Nothing is out of his reach. And then, like, Tasyaham na pranashyami sachame na pranashyati. One who sees me everywhere and me as everything, never lose me, Krishna says. Just like you told, at the end of the life, even if we tend to forget Lord Krishna's name, Lord Krishna will make us remember, and we will remember him at the end of our life. Then Lord is one and different. Achintya Veda Abheda. That means Lord is one but distinct. One above is all energy. Material world, not independent, but manifestation of Lord's powerful energy. Then Lord oversees all his manifestation. Then Supreme Lord is the cause of causes. Lord is the source of all, and then he is pervading person impersonally and personally. He is one without a second. Lord Krishna is powerful than Brahma and Shiva because he sustains his manifestation. Surrendering to Krishna fully, one is bestowed with supreme knowledge. So our duty is to chant Hare Krishna, and we have to realize our value in this life itself. That's what, Prabhuji, I understand. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna. Shauri Gopesh Prabhu, want to say anything? Sudhavari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam.
Dhanyavad.
I think almost everyone covered the points, but just as a quick recap, getting human birth is a boon and we should develop eknistha towards our Lord Sri Krishna. And we also have to put questions like where I have come from, who am I? First thing is who am I, where I have come from, and where would I go? So once we dwell into these questions, we get answers once we go through Bhagavad Gita and understand it well. And all the material manifestations is all Lord's energy, different internal energy, external energy, marginal energy. And but Lord is not affected by by this material energy, though he is the source of it. And creation happens as per Lord's instruction. And Krishna is impersonal, or and can also be personal. Everything happens in at the will of Lord Sri Krishna. And Lord Brahma is a creator, and under the instruction of Krishna, he employs like for each division, like how a government has different divisions, like that it's been allocated. And Jiva is the marginal energy. And make this life, I should make this life successful. Um, and let us not go back or fall into the trap of life and death cycle. And we should chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and make our life successful so that we can go back to our Lord Sri Krishna. That is possible once we have association with devotees, because they keep telling us like giving good advice, like even though if sometimes if we miss out, they will be like encouraging us to do the Maha Mantra and also participate in different programs of Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Uma Shankar Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhuji. Everything is good, Prabhuji. Nothing to add, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Some devotees who are coming regularly nowadays missing. Please, if you can, each one can send message personally, remind them. It will be great. Okay, Hare Krishna. We'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripasundabhyavacha. Patitana pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo. Ananta koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. See you tomorrow. If the Zoom ID changed, I'll communicate in the group.